I'm Doug Lynch with Burris, customer service, and been at Burris for about 5 years, and I'm living my passion, my hobby, and I get to hunt and shoot on Burris time. I'm supposed to be working today, but we're out here at the range. Out at the Burris range, we're going to tell you all about NRL 22 and NRL 22X, a new game that has just been recently introduced, but we'll give you all the details on that.
I'm Dorgan Trostel, Burris Pro Shooter. I'm excited to be out here. We have a whole line of varying obstacles to attack with different pro tips for each obstacle, how to approach it. So we're excited to be out here at the Burris range as well. We got targets set up from 30 yards, 50, all the way out to 300 yards. Know your limit rack at 100 yards. So it's going to be a fun and difficult day. The wind's light right now, but I imagine it'll pick up. So we'll see you on the range. In this video, we're going to cover what you need in your first NRL or just rimfire shooting match that you go to. So when you go to your first match, there's important things you want to do. First thing you do when you get there is you need to find the match director. If you haven't already emailed him, more than likely you found about this match online, you can send him an email, say, hey, this is my first time. I want to meet you, I want to see the people, see how it's done. Maybe I'll bring my rifle and check it out. Maybe I'll bring my rifle and not even get a shooter because I'm so busy talking to people and checking out their gear, I'm having a great time. So the first thing you want to do when you get there, find the match director, tell him you're here, tell him you don't know what to do, you've never done this before. He'll instruct you if you want to shoot your rifle or planning on shooting the match with your rifle for the very first time. Usually they have a sight-in range, so he'll tell you safely have your cased rifle. Everyone has different rules. Bring it to the sight-in range, open it up, keep the bolt open and mag out, bolt back, and possibly a chamber flag if you have one, and point it down range at all times. All obviously at any shooting range, the 4 safety rules apply. So we can go over those in another video. We can talk about them now. Never point your gun at anything you're not willing to destroy. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Know your target and what's beyond, and treat every gun as if it's loaded. So keep your 4 primary safety rules in mind at all times. Be aware of people in your surroundings. If anybody ever goes downrange, do not touch your rifle or go near it. Leave it alone. Make sure the bolt open and the mag's back. If you see someone walking downrange while you're shooting, immediately stop, call, cease fire. Just make sure things are safe, because when they're safe, they're fun, and we're out here to have fun. And rimfire is very fun.
So let's take a look at what that first NRL 22 match might look like. Well, the first thing you need to do is go to nrl22.org and go take a look at their frequently asked questions. They've got all of the different categories of the classes that you can shoot in. Just real quickly, we've got classes of base, open class, we've got young guns, ladies class, we've got old guns, and we've got an air rifle. So there's specifications on each one of those. I would suggest grabbing a rifle you've already got in base class, come out and shoot and just have a whole lot of fun.
Everyone thinks they can't go to the match, the gear's too expensive, the people are too standoffish, we don't know what to expect. So hopefully we can cover what you can expect and what you need to bring to this match. Honestly, if you want to go to a match with nothing but your tennis shoes, I would highly recommend that. Go there, meet the people, see what they have. If you want to shoot a stage while you're there, you'll be surprised to find out, or maybe even someone has extra ammo, you can shoot the whole match with their stuff. That being said, you want to show up with some competitive items, maybe not even competitive, just to go out and have fun. There's a lot of production classes and alternative options for not the full open with high-end scopes and rifles, but just stuff you can buy at Cabela's or Bass Pro or the local gun shop and just buy some bulk ammo and come down and have a good time. So most importantly, you want a scope that at least has subtensions in the reticle, and if it doesn't have subtensions reticle, it's something on top that you can dial. So that dialing will allow you to engage targets at different distances. Almost every stage, except for maybe 1 or 2 out of a whole day of shooting, will have targets at different distances. One example of a stage with just a target a single distance will be a know your limit rack from big target to little targets. Those are fun. We'll talk about more of that stuff in another video. This video, we just want to go over what you need to bring to your first match. Bring a 22, bring a scope that you can either hold over or dial, and bring 22 ammo. Most of those 3 things you can get at any shooting store. Even in shortage times, that stuff's usually easily available. Everything else that you might need, or you don't know if you need, or if you don't know if you'll like it, you can go to the match, see people using it. I've never been to a match where I haven't been able to say, man, that bag looks cool, let me borrow that, or that bipod looks sweet, maybe I can try that on the stage. Maybe I just want to shoot your gun because I've been looking at that gun, or maybe I want to use that stock and put that stock, because you can put stocks and scopes and rings and bipods and rear bipods, tripods. Everything is so adjustable these days. There's options for everybody, left-handed, right-handed, it doesn't matter. So if you can get out there, see what everybody else is using, try it out yourself, see what you like. I think that's the biggest thing, is just to get off that couch and get out there. Get away from the computer, get to the range and start shooting. You're going to have a ton of fun, and you're going to find out that you're hooked, especially in the rimfire world. Very addicting.
So what to expect when you're at that first NRL 22 match? Again, by definition, they've got 5 stages, and everybody across the country shoots the same 5 stages. So the way that those are set up is you have people that volunteer to define those stages. They're approved by NRL 22. They're sent out to all of the clubs and all the match directors, and everybody shoots those 5 stages. Generally, those are 10 rounds each. So what you're going to need is a 10-round magazine. Sometimes they have some additional stages where you have to do a mag change, but that's typically not the case. I would suggest make sure that you bring 2 magazines, each of them being able to hold at least 10 rounds. So with 10 rounds per stage, what you're looking at is 50 rounds to shoot an NRL 22 match. Now, the match directors will oftentimes, and most of them do, put an extra stage or 2 stages in there that are just local to that particular match. They're not contributed to your NRL 22 scores, but they're fun scoring. They do crazy stuff. I know that Brian Fessler at Northern Colorado up in LaPorte, he had a stage one time where it was a ladder that you were shooting off of different rungs. And when you moved to different rungs of that ladder based on what card you drew out of a deck, you had to eat a chocolate chip cookie first, and as soon as you could say cookie, 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 then you could go ahead and shoot that next shot. So it's crazy stuff like that. It's fun stuff, but that was a local stage. But again, 50 rounds on NRL, and then additional stages, and then siders. You should be able to do an entire match with 100 rounds of ammo.
Thanks for watching our videos today. We had an awesome time out here shooting, learning, teaching each other some new tricks and tips so we can become better shooters, better riflemen, and better people.
To that too, yes, of course, yes. So subscribe to the video and have fun watching them. We had a great time putting it all together.